All right, time now is 11:22 a.m. in the morning on November 27th. Um yeah, so I went to bed at 4:20, but I don't think I fell asleep any sooner. I think I fell asleep at around 4:50, nearly at 5. I don't know what happened to me. And then I slept all the way until 10:05 a.m., 10:10 a.m. ish. I set the alarm for 10:30, but at around 10:05, I suddenly had a nosebleed in the middle of the goddamn sleep. Like I could feel gushes of warm liquid going down my throat. And it's not just like mucus or saliva or anything like that. It's very rapid. And I swallowed like 2 gulps of it. And then I realized, holy shit, am I bleeding? And then I just woke up from my dream or something. It was amazing how instantly I could respond to a nosebleed in the middle of dreaming. And then I immediately woke up. I kicked my blanket. I put on my shoes and I rushed to the bathroom. And at that point, I had 2 drops of blood on my bed. It's unnoticeable now because I wiped it off very soon, but I had blood on my bed and then I had some blood stain on my pajama shirt. Um, Usually, I could successfully avoid dropping any blood onto anything during a nosebleed because I'm so experienced. But still, and then I stopped the nosebleed and then I went back to bed. Except at that point, it was already like 10:15 and my alarm was at 10:30, so what the fuck, who cares? And then I suddenly had a stomachache. So, that's that. Now, today is a Sunday, and I'm not at church right now, which is good, because I need rest. Now, the plan for today is for the first half, I'm going to film an album review. I'm going to do the Duolingo English test for the third time, and hopefully the final time. I hope it doesn't make my test invalid or anything. I hope my test doesn't get invalid or anything because I had programs in the back running or some shit like that. Afterwards, I am going to go to the Academy Museum with Pepper, Leslie the Chinese girl, and Cliff and Justin the Malaysians, which is going to be very fun. And then tonight we're going to watch The Last Emperor together, which is also very astonishing. Like, I've never been to the Academy Museum. This is very exciting. Now, there's something really weird. I think this is one of the reasons why I didn't fall asleep soon last night. And that's because something's up with Pepper again. I know I'm probably overthinking this, but there's always this great sense of impending doom that Pepper has watched my vlogs and had found out that I talk about her a lot. You know, I really try my best to not talk about her as much as possible, but she just really revolves around would be a bit egocentric, but she just really shows up a lot in my life right now. So I have to talk about her a lot because she just shows up a lot. Um, and yesterday she didn't respond to any of my WhatsApp texts, and I don't even want to bother her. Like, I love to speak to her, but I know she's busy and she has other friends and she has other things. Like, I don't know. And I texted her about a Duolingo English test. I want to remind her to do it because I'm scared she would forget. And then she didn't respond. And then last night I had to WhatsApp her again about the plans for the Academy Museum. You know, Leslie and Cliff, they actively asked me, like, okay, when should we go? Apparently, the museum closes at 6 p.m. and it takes about 2 hours to go through it, so let's go in at 4 p.m. Um, at 4 a.m. last night, Leslie even, like, Instagram DM'd me, and she's like, dude, it's 4 a.m., are you serious? And I was like, well, you're awake at 4 a.m. too, you're crazy. And then Leslie's like, no, I'm just going to the bathroom. Uh, but yeah, I don't know what's going on with Pepper. I hope Pepper's just busy. I hope Pepper's not like, oh my god, talk about me in his videos. too much, and I don't ever want to speak to him again. Um, let's just stop being friends, and this is it. This is the end. Like, let's hope that's not the fucking case, you know. And I know if she's busy enough to not do her Duolingo English test, then she's definitely not busy enough. Then she's definitely busy enough to not watch my videos. That's for sure. Because Natalie and Cedric and all those other people also know my channel exists, but Natalie never really freaking watches my vlogs because they're too damn long, you know. But I talk about her quite a bit, and I think she knows too, and I think she's fine by it, you know. Because it's like Natalie is almost like a character at this point, not really a real person. Um, like like the way I describe her, she just becomes a version, another version of her in my head, you know. So it's not really her. But yeah, fuck, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck's Pepper up to. I hope she's just busy. Again, Pepper does this sometimes. Pepper just doesn't read my text, or maybe reads it but doesn't respond until a lot later. She also did it a couple days ago when I asked for her table. She wrote as script supervisor because I'm the editor, even though I don't really need it now. I just want to, you know, find an excuse to speak to her. And then she didn't text me back until hours later. Yeah, I don't know. But I've made the decision though. I think I have come to a conclusion that I would like to just remain friends with Pepper. I don't. Yeah, I think my dignity is more important than my desires, so that's that. I don't know. What are some of the other possible reasons that Pepper might have hated me? Like what if all the stuff I told Potter snitched on me and told JT, and then JT told Pepper? That's ridiculous because Potter trusts me and I trust Potter. Like, part of the reason why I told all of this stuff to Potter is because I trust him. Like, and if Potter didn't trust me, it was reciprocal too, because Potter trusts me too. If Potter didn't trust me, Potter wouldn't tell me about all the stuff about how he doesn't really like JT as a roommate. JT's kind of annoying. Like, Potter wouldn't have told me all that shit, you know, and I definitely wouldn't tell anyone. But, yeah, I mean, fuck. It's good that I will know. I will find out what Pepper really thinks of me by today, because if Pepper doesn't text me back at all and decides to not show up at the Academy Museum, then okay, something really bad is going on. Okay, Pepper really hates me. But if Pepper like responds a little later, then it's like, what the fuck? It's so late. You know? But yeah. That's pretty much it. Good luck on my Duolingo English test. And yeah, hopefully I planned to watch 2 movies and half an episode yesterday. I only ended up watching 1 movie and I realized that's enough. So hopefully if I have time today, I'll watch that other movie instead of the 2 episodes of House of the Dragon I plan to watch this afternoon. Yeah, lots of stuff. Alright, I just finished breakfast, which is some small sandwiches and a banana. Very unripe banana. Yeah, so Pepper finally responded to me, and as expected, I actually totally fucking saw this coming, man. Pepper said she's not going. So Pepper said, "Hey," with multiple Y's. So I'm sorry, I got something important to do. I can't come today. I can't come watch the movie today. Sorry, with multiple Y's. It's probably just an excuse because she hates me or something. Either that or more possibly if I were to not overthink as much, she's probably busy with something else. Probably something serious. Maybe it's because the the application stuff is coming up, so she's sort of working on that, perhaps either that or she's hanging out with friends, or maybe she's just fucking sad. Like, I feel like it does happen like this because last March, April-ish, Pepper was like suddenly sad because of UCLA and all that stuff. And she's probably kind of stressed out right now. Maybe that's why. Maybe she's stressed out and she's just not in the mood to go out, or or something like that. That's also totally possible. I hope she doesn't hate me or anything. But yeah, I totally fucking saw this coming. So I'm still gonna go, but I'm thinking of maybe not going to the museum now. I'm just gonna eat a quick dinner here and then leave probably. I don't know. We'll see. Sheesh. So Pepper may actually hate me. Well, I don't care as much now though. Like, if I were to really care about Pepper, I would. But honestly, it doesn't even matter as much right now. I feel like it's okay, because I feel like I've already come to a conclusion that, you know. So yeah, that's it for today. I mean, I feel like I probably shouldn't go to. I should probably just focus on my application stuff. I should probably just do that. Yeah, fuck. I don't know. Okay, so today we're gonna try a little bit different for lunch. We're gonna try the peanut butter broccoli ramen. First of all, we got the soup packet, which I don't know if it'll mix well with the peanut butter, but who cares? There's only one way to find out. This is like plain broth, so it's probably fine. I don't know. All right, a spoonful of crunchy peanut butter. This feels so wrong. What the fuck am I making? Chopped up some very old broccoli. Hopefully they taste fine. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna need to give it a mix. Alright. And then afterwards, we need to put the noodles there. Definitely not enough water. Alright, let's try this. Peanut butter, broccoli. I also added some sesame oil on top. Let's hope it's good. I probably put too much water. Alright, let's try it. Honestly, I don't even taste the peanut butter. I don't even taste it. I mean, there's a little bit of it, but like, it's all lost in the soup. Alright, time now is 2:50 p.m. There have been a bit of a change of plans, so I thought Pepper will not respond to me at all. I said to her, "You seem busy lately," and it's ominous. It's an ominous thing for me to say. It's like, "Oh, you seem busy lately." You know, it's kind of an ominous thing for me to say. And she actually responded saying, yeah, with a sigh emoji. And I said, and I responded with a, sweat emoji, like, like, okay, you must be tired. And she's like, and I asked her, are you busy with the applications? And she's like, yeah, and assignments. So, and I'm like, okay, take care. I still don't think I mean, I know she's probably really busy with assignments and all that stuff. But I think, I mean, shit, I just remembered that I have tons of assignments too. But, I still think to a degree she's probably just really stressed out and a bit unhappy, probably. I feel like Pepper's, you know, probably because I know this had happened before, but back in March or April, Pepper just got really sad. I think that's sort of what's happening, or at least it will happen. At least I know it will happen to me to a degree. Like next year around April, when UCLA and USC start announcing their decisions, like you bet my ass I'm gonna be super stressed out. Um, but yeah, it appears I've been overthinking again. I still do think that Pepper's, to a degree, stressed out. So I told her, oh, if you're stressed out or something, just take care and take some rest. Which is also something really rare for me to say. I never say shit like this, okay? Like, Natalie has been stressed out hundreds of times, and I never say this sort of stuff to her. I just say, well, okay, I know Natalie will pull through because she always does it. Because she's been stressed out like 10,000 times. Like, she's got these manic depression episodes of manic depression like thousands of times already. It's no surprise. Like if Natalie can get through one, he can get through this one. But now I'm saying shit like this to Pepper. Oh well, I guess oh yeah, another thing I like to say is originally I did plan to do the Duolingo English test this afternoon, like right now, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do it tonight when I get back home. After The Last Emperor. And the reason being is that A, I don't have a lot of time now. I gotta go now. B, if I do it now, let's say I finished lunch way earlier today and I decided to do the Duolingo English test, I will still not do it with my best performance because I will be thinking, oh my god, I need to hurry. I gotta go later. I'm gonna do it tonight. I'm not gonna do it tomorrow morning either because again, same mentality. Oh my god, I gotta go out later. Okay, like, I like this thing. It's just like a good stress reliever. Oh my god, I need to go out later, and I will try to rush it. That's not good. I'm gonna try to do it, not as late tonight because I don't want to do it while being sleepy. But yeah, essentially that's that. So yeah, hopefully I get to see Leslie and Cliff and Justin at least. I don't know. I still I still stand by my words though. I just don't I don't know. I just don't seem to be able to be that interested in Pepper honestly, so I really care less about her. I still do care about her. I mean, obviously. I really care about her application stuff because she really does seem like she needs my help. And if she's sad, as much as I say, oh, I don't care if she's sad or not, like, I will feel a little bad for her, But then another thing is, I just, what was the other thing I was gonna say? Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know. I don't know. I need some alone time. I still stand by my word that I need some alone time. Next January I'm gonna be alone. It comes full fucking circle. Holy shit! Last December I was like, oh, when I go to the USA next January I'm gonna be all alone again. And then now I'm like, well, next January I'm gonna be alone in Hong Kong. I mean, yeah, I got Natalie, I got Leia Pink, I got Miriam. Zara will come back from the USA. But my life is in LA now, you know. Whoa. What the heck is this place? What is this? There's like no one here. Very interesting. What the fuck? Ooh.
What's his name?
Pedro Almodovar. Wait, I want to see that room though. Oh boy, they're gone. What is this room? Let's go.
I just want to thank a lot of people. To tell you the truth, I didn't prepare for this speech, but
I just saw that film yesterday.
The driver like $2 for this like extra flight.
going to be applause for that. First one or second one?
Beg pardon?
In the film, what do we?
第一条还是第二条？电影里面用的是第一条还是第二条？
我手机呢？ It's good.
Oh, it actually smells sweet.
Wait, what's
It's very sweet.
That one is.
Can you smoke? I never see you smoke.
Damn. It's actually very sweet.
It's good, right? This is matcha.
It's like all right. So time now is 12:15 a.m. after midnight. Yeah, I just came back home about half an hour ago, maybe 20 minutes. And let's talk about today. I already concluded today in my other video, in my main video of the Academy Museum. I'm gonna turn it into a standalone sort of vlog. But yeah, let's just quickly go over what happened today. Today started off quite weary and depressing. I must say, just a dash bit, because I thought Pepper's like depressed, and I just wasn't feeling great. You know, I had a nosebleed in the middle of the morning. But yeah, eventually I did walk my way to some bumfuck nowhere, some nice empty area in Westwood, and then the bus came and it was so slow, and I was 14 minutes late. By the time I arrived at the museum, I was 14 minutes late. I was so afraid that we can only purchase the tickets online, and I kept DMing Leslie and Cliff on the way there, like, wait, can we actually purchase tickets, like, in person? And then Leslie arrived and Leslie asked, and apparently we can. So afterwards, I spent a little bit of time actually finding where Cliff and Leslie are. They're inside the building. They're inside the museum store. So I went in the store and looked around, and it's nothing fancy. Some of the stuff there is truly not worth buying at all. You know, at this point in time, I already don't care about the Oscars that much. If I was 15 years old right now, I would freak out from joy. But I'm 20. I don't do that anymore. But yeah, you know, there's still some cool stuff. So I ended up buying 2 pieces of souvenir. One is the Spirited Away rice box, and the other is a woman on on the edge of a nervous breakdown magnet, fridge magnet, because why not? And one of them is useful, one of them is not, but still, it's better than a pin, which I almost ended up buying. It's actually even cheaper. Both of these combined is cheaper than the pin. Anyways, we were gonna get into the museum. It was 4:38 p.m. and we couldn't get in because apparently we were 8 minutes late. At 4:30 p.m., the ticket sale ended because it's too late. Because the museum closed at 6 and they don't expect you to really go see the museum anymore. But because one of the guys saw us having bought souvenir and they were like, man, I'm a nice guy. I'm feeling good today. I'm going to sell them tickets in the down low, in the back end. So at the end, all three of us got the museum tickets. And we actually went into the museum. We started from the 5th floor and we worked our way down. And honestly, there's not much to see in the museum. There's nothing all that crazy or out of the world or anything. There's a Bruce Lee exhibition, but if you want to see a good Bruce Lee exhibition, go to Culture Museum in Sha Tin, Hong Kong. That one is a lot better than this one. But that's pretty much it. I really wish there was a Miyazaki exhibition, but I guess it's not there anymore. That would have been my highlight of the day. But yeah, it's fine. It's a well-built museum, like the way the exhibitions were laid out, the way the rooms are designed. It's nice, but there's nothing that crazy to interest me. But it's still good that I've seen it, you know. It's so awesome that I made it into content. I made a vlog out of it. Afterwards, it was around 6 p.m. and we were hungry, so we decided to look for a place to eat. Before going to eat, we did walk to the columns, the lampposts at LACMA, which is an Instagram hotspot. Took a couple photos, but I wish I would return someday in the future with a Sony camera to take better photos. Anyways, we went to McDonald's, just nearby, about 3-4 minutes away. And the reason being is other restaurants around the area is extremely expensive. I mean, it's West Hollywood, come on. So I ordered apple pie, mango and pineapple smoothie because why the fuck not? I was coughing, so let's just make it worse. And a cheeseburger, which is very fucking sad. It's $9 though. So $9.50-ish dinner is very cheap. I'm also kind of hungry right now, so I'll eat something later. But really, I did enjoy the apple pie. It has a nice cinnamon crunch to it. Cliff got Sprite, McRib, and fries. Leslie got coffee. It was decaf. She didn't mean to buy decaf, but it was decaf for some reason. And she was so pissed, like, fuck. The movie is like 3 hours long, and I was gonna caffeinate myself for this. And Leslie also got a crispy chicken sandwich and fries. Yeah, I already ate McDonald's last Wednesday, and it was horrendous. Horrendous experience. Horrendous day, horrendous experience. But yeah, it was fine. And then afterwards, we left. Leslie hopped over the fence like a mad woman. And then we rushed to the theater to see it. And then Pepper showed up. Before arriving to the Academy Museum in the beginning of today's journey, Pepper already asked me on Instagram, on WhatsApp, what's the address to the theater? Is the theater the one near our place? No, it's not. It's fucking far away. It's like 40-50 minutes away. Come on, man. But Pepper still came by Uber at the end, which is awesome. And Pepper's like fine. She's not like depressed or anything. On the contrary, she's fine. And then, so Pepper didn't buy the ticket online. And so Pepper had to line up to buy the ticket in person. But me, Cliff, and Leslie, we bought the ticket online already. So we scanned the QR code and we went in. It was a nice theater. And then that's when a very interesting moment happened. Leslie randomly asked me if I have a crush on Pepper. She's just like, hey, do you have a crush on Pepper? And I didn't know how to answer. I didn't hesitate much. I just said, no, I don't think so. I didn't even panic because I knew, I was prepared that someone would fucking ask me this. It was bound to happen. Like, people will ask me this from time to time to time. Potter has been asking me this since April. Or asked me in April and stopped asking after he learned of our situation. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. I didn't straight up say no. I said I don't think so because I truly am not sure. But I am sure now. Recently, though, I am sure that I don't, which is very cold-blooded of me. But that's just how the detective rolls, you know. And then Leslie's like, "Oh, so you're not 100% sure?" And I'm like, "No, I'm pretty sure." And then Leslie's like, and I asked Leslie, "Why are you asking me?" You know, and Leslie's like, "Well, you know, usually, you know," and I'm like, "Because we're both Hong Kongers," and Leslie's like, "Yeah, you know, usually international students, when they see someone of their own ethnicity of the opposite sex, this happens." Oh, speaking of sex, while having McDonald's, we were joking around about sexuality and how, the Indian professor gives off gay vibes. I'm still pretty sure our Indian professor is gay. I'm pretty sure he has a husband. And then suddenly Leslie told me that he's not. And then the conversation continues, and then Cliff mentioned, "Oh yeah, I'm bisexual." Like Leslie asked Cliff, like, "Are you gay?" And then Cliff's like, "Yeah, I don't know." And I thought Cliff's just joking. And then I asked, "Wait, you're serious?" And Cliff's like, "Yeah, I think I'm gay." And then Cliff asked Leslie, and Leslie's like, "I don't know, bi, pan, maybe." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's interesting. You know, sexuality is not really well defined. Like, you can be bi 1 week, and then the next week you're straight again. Especially given that we're still young. But it's cool that it's so easy to come out, like, just over some McDonald's. No, it's not even like a come out. It's just like a chat, you know. But anyways, right, we went to the theater. There's this awkward, but it wasn't awkward for me. It was intriguing. I wanted to hear more about other people's thoughts about me and Pepper. So it was intriguing for me. It wasn't awkward for me at all. And Leslie is the kind of girl who doesn't, I wouldn't say she doesn't think much, but she's very straightforward when she wants to be. Like, when she wants to ask very sensitive questions, she just asks because she doesn't fucking care. She knows it's sensitive, and she asks anyways. That's Leslie. Even before, while we were walking to the theater, we were just talking, like, what are your types, you know? And Leslie is sort of bi, but he's into looks. And then Cliff was like, "Oh, I'm more into personality." And like, me too. And then Cliff asked me what's my type, and then I explained it. Like, I explained it plainly. Like, I like how did I explain it? I was like, I like girls who are a little tougher and a little crazier, you know. And then Leslie's like, "Psychopath?" And I'm like, no, but maybe a little psychotic, you know. And then Leslie's like, "Harley Quinn?" And I'm like, "No, she's stupid." And I was wondering, am I revealing like too much of myself? Like, maybe this is too freaky, you know, maybe I should keep it to myself. But then no, because I feel like there are also a lot of other freakier, way more insane people than me in LA, and me showing off my true self a little bit is fine. It makes me scary, and that's in a way good because it makes me interesting. Even a little bit later in the theater, before Pepper came. So Pepper came before us. Like, me, Leslie, Cliff, we sat in our seats, and Leslie was even like, "Oh, okay, you want to sit beside Pepper, right?" And I'm like, "Okay, sure." Leslie asked me, why don't you have a crush on Pepper though? Like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know, Pepper's just not as complicated. And Leslie's like, "Oh, you like complicated girls? You like a toxic relationship?" And I'm like, no. But yeah, there's a 30-minute Q&A session with Lisa Liu and Joan Chen, which is awesome. There was a moment when Lisa Liu is kind of old already, and she couldn't hear very clearly. So there was a moment where Joan Chen had to speak Mandarin back to her. And Joan Chen's Mandarin is pretty sharp, pretty standard as well, which is impressive. I mean, come on, she's like a good actress. She's in Twin Peaks, which is crazy, you know, in the flesh. And then we watched the movie, and it's all right. It's like a light 8 for me. The dialogue's a little awkward, but it looks amazing. It's rewarding to see Vittorio Storaro's work on a big screen. But yeah, you know, throughout the whole movie, Cliff fell asleep a few times. Pepper didn't fall asleep at all. But every time there's a violent scene, Pepper's like, ugh, like even if it's something like very mild, like Pepper just makes very dramatic reactions, which makes me go like, damn, you need to toughen up, girl. But speaking of toughen up, so after the screening, it was like 11 p.m. already, and we were all waiting for the Uber. Pepper called an Uber for all four of us. Originally, Leslie wanted to just walk back to her place, but it's a 40-minute walk, and Leslie wouldn't do that at 11 p.m. at night in freaking West Hollywood. So we took an Uber, and while waiting for the Uber, so today both Cliff and Leslie like took out their vapes and vaped. Leslie had a green vape, and then Cliff had a pink vape. And they were just vaping and stuff. And I sometimes feel a little excluded, you know. This shit happens sometimes. I think I've explained it very clearly in my main video already. But I do intend to try new things. But you know what? It's fine. If they two vape and I don't, it's like there's nothing to be ashamed of, okay? So Pepper showed up. And then Leslie just gave her vape to Pepper. Leslie's like, do you want some? And Pepper's like, sure. Pepper just grabbed it and what the fuck? Where did that come from? Where the fuck did that come from? So Pepper vapes. Pepper has vaped before. Like, I've never seen her do it. But then I'm not surprised either. If Pepper also like eats edible weed and Pepper does all this crazy shit, buying a train ticket to Riverside or going to fucking Big Bear Lake in Thanksgiving. Whatever, you know. So, you know, staying at JT's place until 5 a.m. And then and then Leslie gave the vape to me. Leslie pointed at me and Leslie like, you want to try? And at that point, I made a quick decision. I didn't even hesitate. I was like, okay, sure. So I just grabbed it. And when I grabbed it, Pepper looked at me and Pepper's like, no way, are you actually going to do it? And again, Pepper's so easily, like, shocked by things. Like, oh my god, like, Enoch's actually doing it. I am shocked, but Pepper seemed to be even more shocked than me. What the fuck? But yeah, you know, my rationale is, I've already broken a lot of records. I cooked for the first time, I got COVID for the first time, I saw snow for the first time, I tried Taco Bell for the first time. Like, you know, might as well vape. So I actually tried it. I sniffed it first. I smelled it, and it smelled very sweet. And then I actually like put my lips to it, and then, okay, I didn't notice this, but after exhaling and whatever, I just realized I had an indirect kiss with both Leslie and Pepper. I just realized, and I didn't even know it when I'm just too pure. My mind is too fucking pure, you know. But anyways, I actually inhaled it, and when I inhaled, Pepper was like looking at me like shocked. And then I exhaled it, and honestly, it's like gaseous chewing gum. It's very minty, it's very sweet, very smoky. And the nicotine, it's like 5%. Leslie says 5%, so it's like nothing, right? I mean, I've probably consumed secondhand smoke that has more nicotine content than this. Okay, storage space. All right, let's wrap it up quick. But yeah, you know, I vaped, and honestly, my anecdote is that I don't get addicted to things easily. I have the kind of personality that doesn't get addicted to things. I mean, based on my relationship, the history of me not having any romantic relationships and not having a lot of crushes, I don't get addicted to things easily. So it's actually fine. Like, the next time I vape is probably like 3 years later. But yeah, it's cool to be courageous. And you know, it's L-fucking-A. You know, it's L-fucking-A. I gotta do stuff and try stuff. And also, when I came to LA, I promised myself to live a life. This is what I signed up for, in a way. You know, to be in danger, to put myself in danger, to put other people in danger. It's fun, okay? That's the point. So yeah, on a car, we didn't talk much about, like, vaping anymore. But my mind is like, oh, I just vape. What the fuck? I just vape. We just joked around, talking about memes, talking about professors and whatnot. And at the end, it's just me and Pepper in the car. And then Pepper did tell me, "Are you gonna try weed next?" Apparently, the other day, I don't know what other day, but Pepper and Potter went to buy a bunch of weed candy. Like, holy fuck, Pepper is even worse than JT. I have finally I finally see this now. Pepper's even crazier than JT. But yeah, so yeah, I'm slowly seeing Pepper become an addict, or not an addict, but and apparently Pepper didn't try weed for the first time in the beach party. Apparently she already tried weed back in March, and Pepper's like, yeah, you just join us and smoke weed together. Don't smoke alone, like don't eat weed alone because it's fucking sad. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I hate being sad, but I'm a loner too, so you never know. And then that's it. The Uber asked me if I'm Japanese. I said no, I'm from Hong Kong. And then he asked me if China is taking over, and I said yes. And then that's it. I'm here. I need to go. Bye. All right, it's 1:19. I cleared up some storage space. I want to add a little more. So during the McDonald's dinner, Leslie did casually ask me, "Have you ever been in a relationship before?" And I just shake my head because I don't want to outright say no, but it's a no. And then she asked Cliff, and Cliff's like, nah. Because Malaysia's still kind of homophobic. Reminds me of that stupid song. But yeah, I wasn't made fun of for not having a girlfriend ever before. And it's funny because now it's almost become a bit of my personal quirk. Again, I see all these people dating online in the streets, kissing, holding hands, and it just seems so easy for them. But nowadays, I don't feel like it's because society hates me or anything. Nowadays, when I see people like hang out and date, I see that they date because they don't value love as much. Like for me, love is so much of a huge deal that I wouldn't date someone unless I truly, truly love them so much so that I can't breathe if I don't see them. That girl is non-existent. Like I need a girl in my life who I will die if I don't see, just for one day. Someone like Mary. Back in Form 5 and Form 6, if I don't see Mary for like a whole week, I would honestly be genuinely concerned. So yeah, I think it's just me being me. I think it's just me. It's not that my standards are really high, but I think it's just me being so eccentric that my taste in girls, my taste in women have been kind of distorted, especially after what I experienced in secondary school. Another thing I'd like to mention is that actually, even though Pepper and JT are so similar in personality, now after seeing JT and Pepper hang out and after hearing accounts of JT by Potter, I can tell several differences between JT and Pepper. First of all, Pepper's even more fucking insane than JT. JT went out and made so many friends in these shady dance clubs. It's crazy. And JT herself admits that it's crazy. That's the fucking difference. JT admits it. Pepper doesn't. Because Pepper doesn't really think it's crazy. And that makes her a little bit crazier, That makes Pepper a little bit crazier. Second of all, when Pepper talked about how she went to the gay bar and then a couple invited Pepper up to her place, I actually told that to my mom. And I didn't say it's a Pepper, it's a girl. I didn't say her, I'd say it's just a friend of mine. And I didn't put in the details. And my mom's like, oh, that's so dangerous. And then when Pepper told this to JT back in the 4 Hong Kongers incident, JT was even like, man, that's crazy. If JT thinks it's crazy, then it's really fucking crazy. Now, that means I like crazy girls, but Pepper's crazy is not really the one I'm looking for, honestly. Another thing is, JT is very straightforward. Like, whatever pops up in JT's mind, JT will say it. But Pepper doesn't. Pepper has a filter. And Pepper hides her real thoughts and emotions a little bit better, which makes her a little bit less trustable. Now, everything I've said so far, Pepper's a little crazier, and Pepper's a little bit less predictable. It makes Pepper more ideal than JT, obviously. I guess, Yeah, but even so, I don't know. I don't think Pepper has like a dark side or anything like that. Unless I'm wrong. Unless at some point in the future Pepper proves me wrong that it's gonna awaken something in her. In fact, today this morning I truly like for a moment I believed that oh maybe Pepper's like going through her a depressed phase or something, and maybe suddenly Pepper will not show up this Wednesday, and then maybe next time I see Pepper, Pepper will be like insane or unhinged or like on edge or something. Then that would really make me like, ooh, okay, something's up with Pepper. And I really wish she has a dark side. I know it's really fucked up for me to say, and even when I told Potter, Potter's like, wow, you're a little bit bean tie, which is like hentai, but it's not in the sense that I'm a pervert or Japanese porn, bro, or like Japanese anime porn. Not that, but I'm kinky. You know, again because of the traumatic experience I've experienced in secondary school. Nothing that bad even happened to me, but I don't know. I just really wish that Pepper has a dark side. Maybe she secretly likes violence. So after all, even though Pepper like jolts, like literally like beside me, she was like when a guy got shot in the head in the movie or something. It doesn't have to be violence though, because I feel like that's a very plain way of seeing things. Liking violence is a trait, but it's not the jack of all traits. I remember back when I found out that Linda and Jordana and Natalie and Queenie, they were violent girls, and I really liked that, and I'm really interested. Like, oh, how violent are they actually? But that's not the only way to add depth to a person. So I don't know. I'm just waiting for Pepper to surprise me, because I still stand by my words though. Like especially after speaking to Potter, that like I feel like I'm only dependent on Pepper simply because she's a Hong Konger, but there's no other redeeming qualities about Pepper, which is very mean. I mean, Pepper's nice and all, but I don't know. I guess another thing I'd like to talk about really is about weed. Now, I've been thinking about this, and I know I've talked about this, but let me just reiterate it. I think I'll try it, you know? First of all, I won't smoke it. Smoking it is a lot stronger. But also, this is what I asked for. I wanted to come to USA to live a life, a dangerous life, I wanted stories, that I could tell to others. I met this person who had a threesome, and then some guy was killed right in front of my eyes, and some crazy shit happened, and then I had to escape some gang, and then in the middle of the night, and it's crazy and stuff. And in a way, I did achieve that. I have experienced so much in my life this year that it's enough to change a person drastically, the same way secondary school changed me. But still, I gotta go out there further. Second of all, weed is less harmful than alcohol, actually. And I drink alcohol. Not a lot, but I drink. I can drink a little bit of light alcohol. And that is no different, according to trustable sources, of eating some weed very lightly. So might as well try it. Also, I feel like even though I don't want Pepper to be I don't want Pepper to be all my life and stuff, but I do think Pepper is someone I need if I want to change, because Pepper is almost the opposite of me. Pepper's messy, Pepper's disorganized, and she's so she's so out there, and she's so unaware how out there she is, that I should do that, especially if I need inspiration for writing stories and living life in general. So yeah, that's that. But I don't know, lots to think about. Today's one of those days where there's a lot to digest. There's a lot to think about. And yeah. I don't know, it's so funny how Pepper's conditions with me and Mary's conditions with me is also completely opposite, because nobody in their right minds would ever think Mary and I are in a thing, you know? That is the last thing. I am the last person Mary would have a relationship with. Yet, I feel like a lot of people look at Pepper and me and think, "Oh, we have something going on." At least like, not like we have something going on. At least I have something going on, and Pepper just does not have anything going on. Because again, Leslie asked me if I have a crush on her. Potter questioned me at April before even meeting Pepper. Certain people in the Asian World Film Festival and HKOS questioned me if I knew Pepper before I came to Hong Kong, before I came to LA, and it's a no. It's almost like destiny. But yeah, I guess reality is disappointing. I keep talking to myself. I keep daydreaming about like making speeches and explaining to people why I ended up just staying friends with Pepper. I just feel like it. My dignity is more important than my desires, and so I decided to continue to stay single because why not? Someone as desperate as Enoch, someone as lonely who always complains about being alone and not having a girlfriend, and yet he decides. Now that is honor. Now that is noble. That is noble. That is nobility of the highest order. And it's kind of cool, actually. If anything, what happened today and all these thoughts that I just had ultimately make me even more eccentric. Or more like I have been eccentric all my life. Or ever since like Form 5 and stuff. But I'm now, only now am I like really okay about showing my eccentric side, and it's almost like I'm slowly becoming a villain, and it feels really good. I like to be scary. You know, being a little bit scary is good, I think. I think it's really cool, and I think I would be able to attract not only girls, just people in general. I think I would be able to attract a lot of sketchy people by being a little bit scary, and I think that's cool. It's fucked up and it's cool, and I like it. I'm gonna do the Duolingo English test like right now, and I'm gonna do it until 2:30 a.m. I'm gonna report how well I did, and I hope there isn't a single fucking background app running in my laptop. Otherwise, I will commit homicide. I can't wait to freak out and go insane and like shave my eyebrows and slit my wrists next year, April, or something like that. Alright, time now is 2:46 a.m. in the morning. I'm going to write my ethnographic report right now, as fast as possible. Oh, I almost showed my email, fuck. I just finished the Duolingo English test, and it started off terrible. The first half is awful. The fill in the blanks are extremely difficult. There are like 5 fill in the blanks questions, and the first 3 suck ass because they're about things that I don't know anything about. The first one is about typhoons, and some of the fill in the blanks verbs are about, you know, like wind words, you know, words about typhoons like tropical, thunder, still, shaft wind. Is that even a word? I don't know. And then the second or third fill in the blanks is about like baseball or something, about the World Series. I don't know if World Series is baseball or rugby. I really don't know. But I obviously fucked up. But the last 2 fill in the blanks is about, one is about psychology, and the other is about something similar, and I think biology. And I low-key know what they're talking about, so that's good. The writing parts are actually fun. I think I did really well in the writing parts, actually. One of the parts is basically about... the last writing prompt is... do you think it is more important for a person to do work that they enjoy or to make money so that they can live comfortably? And of course, I picked the former, and I wrote like a 3-paragraph essay on it in like 4 minutes. In 3 minutes, I wrote a 3-paragraph essay. For speaking, I did several, and I think I did pretty well. I stuttered a little bit in the beginning out of nervousness, but the last one was amazing. I did really well in the last one. It was about it was about speak on the last time you worked really really hard to achieve something, and what did you learn from it? And of course I had to brainstorm. Every time I get these writing prompts and speaking prompts, I brainstorm what pops up in my head immediately and stick to it. And of course everything's film related in my head, and I remembered conspiracies, how hard I tried to write and rewrite the script, and it didn't even get made. I do really well, but this is definitely quite difficult, and I don't even ask for like a full mark or anything. I'm even more worried about Pepper. Pepper told me like she has an essay to do and like a script treatment for Film 21 to finish like tomorrow, and she even debated whether to watch this movie or not. Like she said she almost planned to not come today. But yeah, it's good to know that Pepper isn't like doesn't hate me or anything. You know. It's good to know that. I've once again overthought. This is not the first time I think Pepper hates me. This is like the fourth or fifth time. I'm always on edge. But I feel like Pepper isn't really the type of person who hates people easily, which is also bad. I like girls who hate people easily, you know? And if a girl hates people easily but then like me, then it's an even higher honor than a girl who likes everyone and likes me, you know? It's a way higher honor to be liked by someone who's really hateful. I mean, that's exactly what happened with Natalie. Like I'm really happy that I'm friends with Natalie. Like when Natalie goes around school and when I get to be beside her physically, I do feel a sense of pride. And I know this sucks because I'm like a dog and Natalie's my master. And a lot of people accuse Natalie's male friends as dogs. Nobody accused me of it because I wasn't even that close to Natalie, but Topher. Topher's been called a dog so many times. But it's powerful, you know? Natalie's this crazy, unhinged, insane psycho girl who's like not hateful, but everyone knows she's kind of dangerous and she doesn't like people that much. But then she hangs out with me and it's like, whoa, hold up, this guy got credit. Fuck. So yeah, I don't know. I just want to try all sorts of crazy things. You know, the more I do these weird, crazy things like, you know, vaping or staying at somebody's place until like 5 a.m. in the morning, or going to Uniqlo and panicking, and that's all November, by the way. The more I do this sort of shit, the more courageous I am. And I want to say that I want to wear makeup and act all feminine. Cuz I don't know, I feel like it's so fine to be not straight in LA that I want to just show off my feminine side even though I am pretty sure I'm straight. Yeah. And Pepper wants to like put makeup on me too, which is cool. I don't know. Leslie even asked me like, "Oh, so you like girls who are hard to get?" You know? And I'm like, "No. I don't want to give off I don't want to be too weird. I want to be weird, but I don't want to be too weird. You know, I don't want to scare people that much. I want just the right amount of scares, you know." All right, time now is 11:39 a.m. on November 28th. Yeah, goddamn. I slept from 4:05 a.m. to 11. But I went back to sleep, so it's 11:30 a.m. actually. I'm in desperate need of sleeping earlier. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with my acne. I tried to apply moisturizing cream for 3 days in a row, but I don't think it's working. Maybe I should keep trying that. You know, maybe I should keep trying to apply moisturizing cream on my face. Maybe at some point in the future it's going to finally like not do this shit. But yeah, Today is a Monday, which means I have to go to biology class. But of course, it's going to be a lot more complicated than that. So before biology class, I would like to finish. I didn't even start writing it. I need to write my ethnographic report rough draft from my anthropology class, and then tonight I have to give a feedback. So hopefully I can finish all this in one day. I also want to call the international student counselor about several questions. I need to write down a list of questions again. I finished the Duolingo English test yesterday. Hopefully I don't need to redo it. Otherwise I would be super mad. And yeah, hopefully I can finalize the PIQs today. And then I'm worried about Pepper. I really am. Next thing you know, Andrew from Film 32 just DM'd me on Discord asking me when am I available because I'm editing his scene in Film 32. I'm editing his short film scene. And then as far as short films go, I have also received another email because earlier last week I applied to be second AD for all 3 of the shorts that film club is producing, but I would like to promote myself to first AD if the space is available. Yeah, let's see what's going on. But then there's a possibility that they're gonna produce these shorts in January, then I wouldn't be there, so RIP. Let's see. But I would very much like to be first AD and then script supervisor for once, and then, I don't know, something stupid for once, I don't know. Or professionally speaking, just first AD for all 3 of the shorts, because that's very much like my thing, you know, directing. Or more like on the production side of things, you know. And what else? I got a movie review to film, and then that's pretty much it for today. Yeah, I'm still digesting yesterday. I think I've dreamed of Pepper, I don't know. But whatever the case may be though, first of all, I won't try anything stupid or silly with Pepper. As far as 2022 goes, I need some time of isolation. I need to understand Pepper better. That's the thing. Leslie asked me if she's complicated herself, which is a very like, oh boy, why are you asking me this kind of question? And then I said, well, I don't know, because I don't know you that well. And Leslie's like, oh, that's true. Because I'm the kind of person, I don't understand Natalie until I've studied with her for 3-4 years. Then I understand her. Like, I'm the kind of person who, like, for a lot of people, if you know how the guy dresses, the person's name, who they are, and maybe some of the things he had said, then you know that person. But my requirements go way deeper than that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And Cliff also told us, me and Leslie, that he's interested in directing a short film, also around January, which is fucking insane. December or January, which is insane, because again, I'm gone. There's so many filming opportunities I'm missing here. And then, yeah. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, though, I'm still really worried for Pepper. But yeah, you know, yesterday I tried vape. I just huffed a vape once, and I feel like a fucking villain last night. I was almost a little hyped, you know, because I feel like, okay, I'm letting myself go, you know. And that's sort of true, you know. I should just let myself go and turn into a villain, someone villainous. And that is not to say I'm going to erase my past identity, my past personality. I'm changing, yes, which is scary. But I will forever remember who I was and how I was. So yeah, you know, there's that. But yeah, you know, actually a lot has happened in November. Even though November went by a little bit faster than October, I just looked at my, you know, my summary. Like, I usually write down what happened every single day in a couple of sentences on a giant Google Doc. And I realized Aoba shoot day 3, the day I couldn't get into film 33, and I ran around CMD. I ran upstairs and I ran back down. That day was still November, by the way. And then me rushing to the Asian World Film Festival, that was also November. COVID, that was November. Trying to vape, that was November. In fact, last week was actually pretty eventful. Me going to downtown to have a photo shoot with Potter, that just happened last week. Me almost raging in McDonald's, that was last week. Me having a panic attack at Uniqlo, that also fucking happened in November. So a lot has happened in November, I have to admit. So, yeah, you know, I'm still living a very rich life, you know. You know, before I came to LA, I was like, oh, I need to, you know, have an exciting life. And in a way it is, but it's not my kind of way. But when I had to move from host family to host family, when I was kicked out and everything, like, it was sort of fun. Sort of. So, yeah, there's that. Goddamn. There's a quiz. What the fuck? I think I did fine, though. Some random flower? I mean, there's some flowers here.
We're just staring at this.
Ah, that's a fake flower. I was like, oh, flower.
Oh my goodness. Like, what am I odds of just like finding a random dandelion on the streets?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well maintained.
Definitely not these
Okay,
ones.
Last resort. Okay.
Last resort.
Aren't these carrot flowers? Maybe? I don't know. Real? No, they're not real.
Oh,
Oh yeah, they're not real.
okay, but if they...
They are real. We're gonna be taking it. Oh, no. I don't want to break in there.
Wait, what? Oh,
Other
yeah.
people picked it too.
They all came to the same plant.
Oh no.
You're not gonna get this flower? Oh wow, okay. Well. Oh. That's a good find though. That's a good find. Oh, goddamn, that's a good flower. Oh, oi. Ah. Okay. All right, time now is 6:36 p.m. I'm gonna be quick. I just came back home about 10 minutes ago. My acne is just getting worse. I don't know why, but they just keep spawning. What the fuck? But yeah, let's just quickly talk about what happened today, and then we'll move on about and to talk about what happened, what will happen in the future. So I quickly ate up lunch, and then I speed ran the anthropology ethnographic report, the EMIC report. There are two reports, the EMIC and the EDIC report. And for the EMIC report, there's a rough draft and there's a final. I finished the rough draft in about 20 minutes. I speed ran it. It's nice, it's cool, it's not that difficult. And then I immediately left and I arrived in the main campus on time and then had class, and like nobody showed up today. Like maybe 6 people showed up, 7 people showed up today. It was really scarce. Apparently, I asked the Japanese American guy what did I miss last week, and he said nothing. And then I told him I got COVID last week. Turns out last week was straight up canceled, and I didn't even know that. And then today there is so we didn't do much. Today was a very underwhelming class. Like, we were just so confused. We spent about an hour watching an David Attenborough documentary, which is really good. But after that, we did some seed dispersal lab activities, which is kind of lame. And then apparently tonight there is another lab assignment due, where not only do we have to fill in a worksheet, but we have to pick flowers. We have to pick a flower in real life, not like online or some shit like that, in real life, and dissect it, and then film the dissection. What the fuck? And it's due a few hours later. So I picked some flowers. Me and the Japanese American guy, we went around picking flowers after the class, and at first we couldn't find any, but then we walked to the side, or more like the center part of the main campus, and there are so many flowers there to pick. So at first it's like, okay, well, I guess that's it. And then the more we walk in, the more it's like, he was like, oh wow, there are actually a bunch of flowers there. Well, and then so yeah, I carried this tissue. I put the flowers in there, and I carried it on my bus on my hands all the way back home. I took the wrong bus 17. Oh, Zara's texting me. So yeah, I've been pretty busy, you know. So on top of that, Aoba has DM'd me asking me to bring my Sony a7 III on a Wednesday for the shoot, because on Wednesday night they're gonna hold a short film festival thing, and Aoba needs to shoot the last few shots for her short film, and she wants a second unit. Even though Karen, the Russian guy, the Armenian Russian guy, will also show up with this a7 III and his Tamron, but I guess yeah, I guess Alba needs more help. So fine, whatever. Even though I don't really want to bring my camera out there anymore. And then anyways, next thing you know, Andrew, the tall white guy from Film 32, is asking to meet me on Friday morning. He asked me where I live. I told him where I live, and he's like, oh great, I can just take a bus down here. So that's that. Next thing you know, okay, Zara's texting me, but before that, it's Jonah from the church. Jonah from the church asked me for my full name, my Chinese name, and my English name, because the music video we shot at Super Far Away in Sierra Madre last late May in last round is coming out. On top of that, Zara just texted me asking me if I could help her pick up like a package because she ordered something and it won't arrive until December 12th. So yeah, I just got people DMing me and asking me for help left and right and stuff like that, and emailing me and stuff and things, and yeah, it's crazy. Oh, and Thomas also texted me asking me to call him later to discuss the Scriptwriting Club meeting plans, which is this Friday. So that's that. That is that. So yeah. Oof, it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, you know, I saw a tweet today. One of my followers made a tweet, and it's so like, usually I make tweets like this. You know, it's my kind of tweet, but he essentially tweeted saying, oh, you know, I'm going to university and I don't have a lot of friends, and I always wear my earbuds listening to music, AirPods, and I'm like invisible, and you know, I'm always alone and all that. And I don't know, it reminds me of me back in 2019, 2018. But it's different though. Making friends in a university environment is different. So I don't know, I just my best advice would be to trial and error and give it some patience. Trial and error because, first of all, you need to be courageous. You need to start approaching people. And that's really tough, but you just gotta somehow do it. Like, this reminds me, how did I end up knowing Cliff? Right, I ended up knowing Cliff because I helped with Aoba short film. How did I ended up knowing Leslie? Oh, from the club. So it is exactly because I joined the club, joined film club and script writing club, that I knew Leslie. It is because I became Aoba's friend. That's how I became Cliff's friend. It is sort of a connection thing. Like, you befriend one person and then you befriend the next and then the next and then the next and then the next. It's sort of like a chain reaction. But you got to start out first. You know, how did I become friends with Aoba? We went in the same class. But how did I become friends with her? I just walked up to her and asked her. I just walked up to her and talked to her. And it was amazing. That snowballed into me befriending Cliff and stuff like that. And that snowballed into me helping out with Asian World Film Festival as well. Even though I could have gone that without Aoba's help. Because I was also friends with Pepper. But yeah, you know, it's just a chain reaction. Also, I forgot to mention that earlier today I did plan to go to the International Student Counselor Zoom meeting to ask some questions, but I actually forgot. And I'm thankful I forgot because I'm really running out of time, so I will do that tomorrow morning, I guess. And yeah, that's it. Also, in other news, my second aunt has ordered 10 tickets to TeamLab Planets, not Borderless, Planets, in Tokyo, Japan on October 24th at 2 p.m. Which means that we will go back to Tokyo on the 24th. So I will have my fun on the 21st and the 22nd morning. And then, yeah, you know, the 24th is a thing. So it's good to know that there's some progress in the Japan trip. Also, apparently, my aunt, or my first or second aunt, booked a restaurant. I don't know where. I don't want to know where, and I don't want to know when are we going to restaurant. I don't know what are we going to eat. Keep me in the dark. I don't want spoilers. I don't want to know too much, okay? But yeah, that's that. Alright, cut up a lime here. Smells really good. Fried up salmon, squeezing the lime juice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. That's nice. Ooh. 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 Alright, dinner's ready. This is lime water. Refreshing. Okay, this is me trying fresh out of the oven sweet potatoes, boiled and baked. Should have baked it longer. Star of the show, lime juice salmon. Hopefully I didn't overcook it. I definitely overcooked it. All right. All right, quick update here. It's 9:53. I just finished dinner. I joined the International Student Forum Discord group, and literally everyone in the fucking earth is there. Like JT, Pepper, Potter, Leslie, the Chinese girl, Cliff. I think Justin is in there too. Aoba's in there. Like, fuck. It's good that I'm aware of this Discord group now. Like, why didn't I check earlier? Oh well. But yeah, that's that. That is that. Thomas just called me because he wanted to organize like a memorial activity in support for the stuff that's going on in China right now. And it's kind of bold, like for me to like join clubs and actually sign up for activities and shit in the USA is already kind of fucking crazy. But to do something like this is like next level. But I would like to, help out if something like this really does happen. Sort of makes up for my lack of activity, my lack of participation, and it's not really my lack of participation. I also participated a lot back in secondary school, more than many others, but I can do more now, is all. I don't know. Alright, about to do my stupid biology assignment. I'm gonna set my phone here. I have a cutting board, I have a knife, I have a table. I'm gonna dissect this flower. I have my clothes down there, my dirty clothes. Here we go.